Welcome to Optimal Timelines. My name is Sean, and this is going to be your monthly Tarotscope readings for August 2023 for your North Node by sign and house. Now, if you're new to my channel, the reason I use the North Node in tarot readings as opposed to your Sun, Moon, or Ascendant sign is it's recognized in astrology that your North Node is your North Star. It's your soul path. It's what we're here to learn and experience in this lifetime. So it's much more accurate and relevant in readings as opposed to your sun, moon, or ascendant sign. Now, you're going to want to watch two readings. You're going to want to watch one for your north node by sign and one for your north node by house. Now, one quick note on this month. A lot of us have been going through some really intense things over the summer. The astrology has really been off the charts. And we have two full moons this month, one on the 1st, August 1st, and one on the 30th. And then right around the corner in October, it's eclipse season. So these are very transformational times. And I just want to say that no matter what's going on around us in our life, whatever is happening, remember that when we follow our soul path, when we follow our north node, the universe assists us and helps us in having the best life possible and staying on our most optimal timeline. So with that, I am going to connect to the energies and we can begin the readings. I call upon my spirit guides and guardians and the wisdom of my ancestors to bring forth the information that's true and correct for all who see this reading, that it may bring them the most beautiful, happy life possible and set them on their most optimal future timeline. So may it be. Okay, North Node in Cancer or North Node in the 4th house. This is your August 2023 Tarotscope reading. Okay, so the spread on this side of the table represents the first half of the month from the 1st to the 15th, and then this side represents the second half of the month from the 16th on. Now, your theme card that popped up is the High Priestess reversed, and it's interesting because it goes along with this Queen of Cups reversed. Now, what I'm seeing here is that this month is, and I'm seeing this for a lot of the North nodes in different forms, but it's really a time for like self-empowerment. So for you, the self-empowerment is coming emotionally. The power of your emotions is really going to come into play this month. So what are your timeline cards here? So you've got the Queen of Cups reversed, you've got the Queen of Wands reversed, and you've got the King of Wands upright. So what I'm thinking for this is, and I'm feeling like, there are the first half of the month. There is this. A lot of this is going to be internal for you, and I feel like there's going to be actual like people. I think that this King of Wands and the Queen of Wands, it's like this mirror image that I'm seeing for you North nodes in Cancer. What do I mean by that? So you've got the King here, and then you've got the mirror opposite the Queen of Wands reversed. And what this is that you're learning. A lot of you are learning that you've used your power in the past, and you've used like your inspiration in a certain way. And what's happened is that maybe the emotional side of your life has suffered. So it's almost like you're beginning to see both sides of it. Like, in other words, with your south node in Capricorn or the 10th house, we're talking about like being driven to success or feeling like you need to be successful or prove yourself and putting this energy out there. And I feel like there's going to be this like aha moment. Some of you have already gone through this, but I feel like definitely in August, the first half, there's going to be this aha moment that like you're kind of looking at your life where, okay, wow, I've put a lot of energy into being like this or going down like a certain direction, and you're seeing it from both sides. And I feel like it's this like fiery self-empowerment. But what's happened is what happens, when we have the King of Wands and we have the Queen of Wands, okay? What element do wands in the tarot deck represent? They represent fire. Okay. What happens when you put fire and water? Well, you can boil water, and that is very positive, and you can get steam. But too much fire will completely evaporate water. It'll overpower it. So there's this balance that has to happen, and that's what's happening. The too much fire is like if you had too much water in your life, the balancing part would be, adding fire, okay? And so that's what it is. Like remember, some of the first transportation that we had was the steam engine, okay? And it worked using steam, okay? Steam locomotives. And so it's a very powerful thing. It's not that you want to completely get rid of that inner fire and that inspiration and that drive, but you want to balance it out. And so that's what we're seeing here. And what are you balancing out with? Well, with your emotions. What you're doing a lot and you're seeing the value of developing emotional intelligence. Okay. Uh, that is an extreme superpower. It's a very underrated superpower that's in the world. We don't normally think of, like when I say normally, I'm saying out in the world, generally speaking, emotions aren't really thought of as something like, everyone has them and, but they're not really like, lauded, or they're not really applauded as like this great thing that is something to develop. What are we told to develop? Drive, ambition, tenacity, which are all great, okay? But in this lifetime, you're here to develop that extreme power of emotions, and it is an extreme power. The ability to understand people and complex situations from an ability of emotional intelligence is extremely powerful. Now, what are your advice cards? You've got the reversed Chariot, and you've got the Four of Swords. Now, these are this is a card of movement, and this is a card of inactivity. We'll start with the Chariot. When I see the Chariot reversed, as I said, this is a card of movement. I see a card that, and by the way, the Chariot card is ruled by the sign of Cancer. Okay, your North Node. The thing you have interesting here is you've got the High Priestess here, and what do you notice that's similar? The High Priestess has the pillars of polarity, the black pillar and the white pillar, of balancing polarities, of the yin, the yang, the feminine, the masculine. The same with the sphinxes here, the black sphinx and the white sphinx. Now, what did I say a couple of minutes ago? I said that when you're balancing fire, okay, the white pillar or the white sphinx, and you add water, okay, the black sphinx or black pillar, you get forward movement, okay? When the Chariot is reversed, The Chariot is not going in a proper direction, or it's veering off to one side or the other, or it's going around in circles because it's imbalanced. So that is what you're learning this first half of the month. And I feel like this is going to be, a lot of this is going to be for a lot of you internally. It's almost like something is going to click in you, and it's not going to be a specific situation. For others, it is going to be a specific situation that could involve people, okay, that actual people in your life somehow. And through this interaction of some sort, this is going to click for you, okay? Now, we have this card of movement. Now, the Four of Swords is a card of inactivity, but it's physical inactivity. It's not a card of doing nothing. When we're in deep meditation or contemplation, we are actually doing something. To sit for a half hour in meditation and really being connected to your higher self and to really be awakened, you might not be doing anything to the outside world or physically, but you're doing very important work. This is what the internal work of the emotion. That's why I'm saying that this is going to come, and it's going to pop into a lot of you. You're going to have this realization where you're going to know that it's time for me to start developing these things. Okay, so I feel like it's going to be this epiphany, and it's either going to become internally or it's going to come through a situation with other people. Okay, but again, what you're learning to do is develop this into the High Priestess and the Queen of Cups, which is becoming a person of extreme emotional intelligence. And you're going to start to see the value in that, okay? So really interesting first half of August. Now, what do I see for the second half? Your timeline cards are the Eight of Swords reversed. You've got the Seven of Wands reversed. And you've got the Page of Cups reversed. Now, what I'm seeing here is that two things, or there's like, I'm seeing two distinct groups of people in this. Some of you are going to start to see that where you are in your life is something based on choices made that you made, and that all you have to do is start making different choices mentally and emotionally, and you can free yourself and go into another direction. Others are going to maybe not see it quite as easily and feel a little bit like overwhelmed, okay? And I feel like you will get it, but you may not get it this month, okay? You could be feeling, and this is going, but that's okay, because it could be the beginning or the catalyst of change later. But I feel like for a lot of you, you're going to start to see that, okay, like, I made certain choices in the past, and I'm going to start to make other choices. So why do I say that? Your two advice cards are, you've got the Three of Cups upright, and you've got the Magician. And the Magician is a card of mastery. It could be a card of self-mastery. And what's interesting is, when you look at the sign of Capricorn, or the 10th house, which is your south node, Capricorn in the south house, or Capricorn in the 10th house, is about self-mastery. But here's the difference. The difference is, now you're learning that you can master your emotions and your emotional life, and you're seeing the power in that. You see the difference? And I feel like the way it's going to happen is through other people. Again, this is a card of celebration, yes, but it's a card of intermingling emotionally with others. So I feel like this whole month, this is going to be part of it. Like, the first half is definitely going to feed into the second half, and it's going to be this awakening. All I can say is that if you get to the second half of August, if you're listening to this reading and things don't quite seem right in your life, especially emotionally, or if it doesn't feel right to you, it's not too late. Okay, you could very quickly ask yourself, where is it that I can develop myself more on an emotional level, or can I see things from a more emotional level? Can I allow myself to feel can I be comfortable with feelings at a deeper level? Can I delve into my feelings and other people's feelings at a deeper level? Because remember, it's all about emotions and emotional intelligence for you, not only this month, but on your life path. And so, remember that this is mastering your emotions, becoming comfortable with emotions, thinking of yourself as becoming a professor, or, you know, a, you know, a master of your emotions and those of others. It's a very important skill set. And I think that's what a lot of you are going to realize. It's something that could be of really great value to you. But as I said, there could be some resistance because it might seem like it can be overwhelming. Well, a lot of people with Capricorn, south nodes or south nodes in the 10th house, it could be like overwhelming, and you just have to kind of work through that. Okay, and just remember that there's power in there. Okay, this is something that the average person out there doesn't tell you, or society doesn't tell you that. Okay, but I'm here to tell you that there is an immense power for you in your life, and this can be a game changer for you. Okay, so just remember that you're balancing your drive, your inner fire of ambition, with adding that emotional layer. And what that's going to do is you're going to balance those pillars out. You're going to balance the Sphinx out, and it's going to really send you forward in your life in a positive direction. Okay. So yeah, powerful month. I hope this reading made sense to you and you found some value in it. Thanks so much for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing. If you'd like, hit the like button. I'd appreciate it. And also, if you'd like to say hi, reach out in the comment. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. If you would like your personal life path formula based on your personal chart, there's going to be a link in the description box below for my website. You can get some more information on the personal reading. So thanks so much for watching. We'll see you again. Make it a great month. Many blessings.